That's a bit outside my comfort zone. Where is the trail? Hello, rain. Let's leave. I'm so done with being here. It's like I need to get back onto the mountain. Currently here, we're going to continue with Lake on my right hand side as I'm walking down. We'll pass Lakehead at 620 meters, carry on down this stretch to Travers Valley Track, carry on down. We're still on the Araroa Trail, John Tate Hut, but I want to get to the Upper Travers Hut. So 4, 5, 6, 7 hours 30 minutes. So to get here to Lakehead Hut, this is 3 hours 11 kilometers, and to get from here all the way down here, that's 4 hours 30. 25.2 kilometers today to do that. Oh no, I want to get here. Upper Traverses Hut. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours 30. I should have started a little bit earlier. Why? To be honest, I think I have actually written this down on paper. I just don't think I just haven't been thinking correctly. I don't know if it's tiredness. It's like 10:30 now. That might be a real push to get to where I want to get to. Hello, rain. I've been expecting you. Lakehead Hut, 15 minutes. There's the hut. I'm just going to go quickly fill in the book and then carry on to the next hut. John Tate Hut, 4 hours 30 minutes. 14.2k. Boom. So 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I should get there for 6 o'clock. So leaving the hut behind, you're sort of walking through this very tall grass and following the poles. I'm just getting absolutely soaked by the tall grass. I'm thinking I don't actually need to cross here. I'm thinking I can go sort of along this area here and around. I've been doing so well at keeping my feet relatively dry. And then you just come somewhere and it's like, actually, there's no other way apart from straight across. Oh. And there's no point overthinking it because it's not going to change. Let's just make sure that's not mud. It's not going to change, so all it does is delay the inevitable, which is getting cold, wet feet. Got about 3.5 kilometers to go. The terrain has actually been pretty okay, like it has been relatively flat. I mean, yes, it's muddy, yes, it's wet, yes, there are river crossings, yes, it's rooty. All the things you'd expect from a New Zealand tramping track. There's the river. This is the path at the moment. Some of this stuff is very well graded, very well maintained, very well looked after. There's a little bridge before as well, which made crossing the water much easier. I think the TA may be getting a little bit fancy. What is this that we have? Hello, boardwalk. Haven't seen one of you for a while. It's coming up to 5:30. I've got 1 kilometre to go. It's probably going to take me 20, 25 minutes or so, something like that. And then I've made up my mind, I'm stopping. I'm stopping there for the night. I will hopefully be camping as long as it's not too windy. Even though I bought like a hut pass, which I think was like $120, some of the huts you still have to pay extra for. So the huts along this stretch you have to pay $25 if you want to stay in them. And then I'm also going to do a weather check as well, see what's going on. I can do that through my Zoleo. Just press a button, I'll get a weather update sent through, which is super useful. I am very grateful for this bridge, because this would not be a nice river to cross. Wow. The river is rivering. 6 p.m. I've signed the intentions book. I just can't chat to any more hikers. I'm just chatted out. I just want to get in my tent and be in my own little Sarah bubble for a while. I will fill up my water, do all that good stuff, and then I can properly relax once I've done that. everything's just slightly damp when you're waking up. I think partly due to like the condensation. Let's go to the next hut. 3 hours away, 6.7k, upper Travers hut. Through the forest we walk. Nice terrain so far, nothing too challenging. It's nice to be walking at this time though, because you just know you can achieve so much more. Also randomly, I didn't actually mind putting on my wet socks and shoes this morning. I think I've finally, after 2 and a bit months, become adapted to my feet just being pretty much wet all the time. Well, that's a positive. This bridge is out, and there's a 30-minute detour that you can do to cross another bridge, or you can just cross here. I don't think it looks that bad a crossing, so I'm just going to cross straight here. It's nothing worse than I've done before. The water is so cold. About 5 minutes away from the next hut, which you can see in the distance. How beautiful is that hut? What a great location. Absolutely stunning. So this is the inside. It's got 2 rooms. Bunk room 1, bunk room 2. I would do snorers and non-snorers. Intentions book, which I'll be filling out. I've got the tent set up to dry. And I just need to have a little food. That's what I need to do. I need to eat food. Use some honey oats and some sugar cinnamon oats with some pumpkin seeds. This is coconut flakes and raisins, sultanas, mixed with water. I can't think at the moment because I need to eat food before I fill in the intentions book and then just make a bit of a plan for what I'm going to do. That is good. Time to leave Upper Travers' hut and start making my way on this 6-hour epic. I was wondering, like, why is my back and the top of like my bottom so wet? Like, I can't be sweating that much, and I'm not. Because I've packed up a wet tent inside a plastic bag here, this has been leaking into the bottom of my outside of my pack, and so now all my lower back is wet, and I just don't have time to like flap about, because probably the stuff inside, I mean, it's all in dry sacks, but it's probably all going to be wet as well, which is so a little frustrating. Hold on, am I going the right? Yeah, I am. I'm going the right way. Anyway, let's get a move on. Let's complete the next section, 450 meter climb, and then we'll reach the saddle. I'm going to put on some music, get the beat going, and get moving. So unless I am really trying to push it and go really hard and fast, I'm pretty accurate on the DOC times. Sometimes when I'm going downhill I might be able to shave like an hour off, but I think for this one I'll probably be about 7 hours, which will be smack bang in between their recommendation between 6 and 8 hours. Okay, let's get on the move. Where is the track? Where is the trail? The path is going up this way on the right hand side of the sort of the waterfall. For me, like sometimes I look at it, I'm like, oh, freaking out. It's like calm, and just go pole to pole to pole. So here's the pole, let's focus on getting to that pole. Let's not worry about the rest of it at this point in time. I just need to get to that pole first, and that's how you break it down into small manageable chunks and just keep focused on what you're doing at the moment. So you're living in the present, you're not focusing too much on the future, which is up there. We will get there, but let's just take our time, go pole to pole. Progress is being made. The clouds are starting to come in a little bit. It is wanting to rain, like it's a little bit spitting. I'm just so hot. First part done. We've climbed all the way up. I don't know if you see that sign at the bottom. Made it to this pole, and now we can see another little string of poles. Pole, pole, across the river, pole, 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 up there. Stunningly beautiful. The clouds are coming, folks. The clouds are coming. I'm not going to rush though. I should be able to get down in plenty of time. Literally just like, wow, look at the view. I was for a moment thinking, oh my God, we're crossing that. And then I was like, that's a bit outside my comfort zone. Because I was literally like, where's the pole? Where's the pole? There they are down here. We are not going across that. We're sort of going down the side of it. A nice little slip and slide as the elbow. Oh shit. Don't try and film your bottom of where you slid. So yeah. Oh, that's my... I'm fine though. Just a little bit mucky. So I've just realised I'm actually bleeding a little bit. So I'm just going to stop and sort it out. Clean the wound as best as you can, like. Honestly, I just feel so happy. Tears of happiness. So how we're going to continue on. Pole to pole, sort of in front of that slip. And we're going to head round and then down into that forest section there. I keep taking 10 steps and then stopping to look at the view. Like, this is going to take me hours. Just bumped into two hikers and they just mentioned, like, oh, you're a TA hiker? I was like, yeah. So, oh, you must be going to Blue Lake Hut. And I was like, oh, I'm still debating. He said, oh, we bumped into the warden and basically the day after tomorrow, the pass, it's going to be like rain and snow and wind. The advice is to get to Blue Lake Hut today so I can do the pass tomorrow, and that's the final pass on this stretch, which is like really affected by the weather. The good thing about starting super early today, so it's like 1:30 at the moment, so I've been going for 3 hours since the last hut. I've got 3 more hours to go to get to this hut and then another 3 hours to get to the Blue Lake Hut. But I should say 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30 at the next hut, 5:30, 6:30, 7, you know, I'll get in at 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight, which actually isn't horrendous. But the weather's been amazing, so sometimes you just got to take advantage of the good weather, haven't you, and just push on through. Descending down through quite a steep forest. Switchbacks don't really exist in New Zealand. It's just generally like steep. Downhill, sometimes they do a little swirl, a little wiggle. There is West Sabine Hut, coming up to 3:24. Perfect. So I left at 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 5 hours. So I actually did an hour quicker than their recommendation. I thought I was going to do 7 hours because they said between 6 and 8. Sign the book, get some food, crack on. Ooh. The first 40 minutes since leaving West Sabine Hut have been really pleasant, through the forest, nice terrain, like two debris sections, like where rocks have fallen down, but they were both very passable. And now the ground is like this, which is super soft on my feet, which is really nice. I've got 2 hot spots brewing because my feet are still wet. I have like wrung out my socks and all that stuff, but I haven't stopped long enough to dry them out yet. So one underneath my right big toe and one on the ball of my left foot. Yes, it's rocky and rooty and there's some various streams and you've got to concentrate a lot, but it's not horrendous so far. I know things can change very quickly. I know there is going to be a little bit more climbing later on, but so far it's been very pleasant this past hour, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 2 hours. This is quite fast flowing. I need to go over there. I just don't think I can do it with dry feet though. One wet foot. So what I found happens in New Zealand is you're walking along, you're focusing on your footsteps, and then you just look up and you're like, that is my view. It's just, they're just so massive. Look. Oh, it's awe-inspiring. Ooh, hello, waterfall. 2 hours in, final hour, 3 blocks of 20 minutes. Let's go. This is very fast walking at the moment. This is through the forest. It's going to change. There's a bit of climbing involved a little bit later, but for the moment, joyous. We're going to be following the tracks that are along here. Final 300 meters, it's all uphill. Blue Lake Hut. Hey, how you doing? Good. Let's find the camping spot. I just need to know if I can get my pegs in this ground. Yes! Let's time lapse, folks. There has been thunder and maybe lightning, and now the rain is properly coming down. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen about the pass tomorrow, if it's going to be passable. In the next 2 days it looks like there's a little bit of snow, there's wind chill. Nothing we can do tonight though, apart from just lie here. I was about to go to sleep. Oh, the rain properly started and I was like, oh.